First of all, congratulations. It's a wonderful film.
Thank you.
Getting many accolades. You just came back from the Golden Globes, where Stellan Skarsgård just won a Golden Globe for Best Actor in your film, correct?
Yes, we're so proud of him.
It's amazing. It's curious, in watching this film, knowing a little bit about your background, you came up skateboarding, making skateboarding films, and
Sure.
I watched this movie, and Stellan Skarsgård did 0 ollies in it. Like, no nut punches, no nut anything. Did I miss something, or you lost your edge? What was going on there?
Mental nut punches. You know, I think what I'm trying to do here is to give also a platform for actors to explore something, take some risks. So I started doing a lot of skate videos when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I stood next to a handrail and saw my friends try some crazy stuff and maybe halfway break their neck or land on their feet. And in a weird way, it's still the same thing I'm trying to do with actors. Have them do something risky and see if they land on their feet.
Yeah? What does that look like? Is that happening in a rehearsal process? It's interesting if you watch the film, because you're also watching a director who's coaxing an actor at the time. Is that reflective of your experience working with those actors there?
So just to be clear, Stellan Skarsgård, who in real life is a really nice and kind man, plays a bit of an asshole director, a bit of a difficult father character. So I'm trying not to be him when I'm directing.
Yes.
But he's also a good director in the film.
Yes.
You know, but no, the process of that performance thing is, I guess, first of all, cast right. Find people you trust. Then give them an opportunity to do their thing and give them some rehearsal time to get to know each other and be safe. And it's all about trust to me.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
What's a set like for you? Is it an intimate set, similar to the ones that we saw in the film?
Yeah, it is. It's a mixed energy. When the actors are present, we try to make it really soft and, you know, for them, for their individual needs.
Yeah.
But when they leave, I tell my team it's like changing tires on a Formula One car. It has to be very quick. It's very expensive to make movies. And in Norway, we don't have an endless budget. So we got to be really effective about it.
Well, you're telling a story of as you said, of a director who is an acclaimed director who has family issues. As an acclaimed director, do you have to tell your family not to read into this?
It was interesting to show it to my family because I come from a film family too. My grandfather was a film director. Both my parents worked with movies. My brother is a documentary director. So yeah, when they saw it, they were laughing. My younger sister said to me, it's like you've taken a lot of elements that I recognized and put them in a blender. And you're not throwing anyone under the bus, but I see it's you.
She also wants her cut, right?
Exactly, yeah, the family cut.
It's interesting when people are talking about this film, and I felt it as well. It's a very tender film, which feels bold in this day and age. Which we sort of live in this age of irony where you don't see that in film so often. Is that a Norwegian thing? Is that an intention? Did you want to bring something that felt softer into the marketplace?
When you say marketplace, yes, I guess. But no, I think honestly, the world is complicated right now for many reasons, political reasons, on societal levels in many countries. And I just have, because I have small children, also have this yearning for some hope, and that there could also be a place in art to see the other, you know, and not necessarily make polarized stories that deal only with antagonists and stuff like that. I try to understand people in the movies I make. Even though this is a family story, it's about 2 adult women, 2 sisters, who are trying to reconcile their relationship to their father and how they deal very differently with it. And through that, I wanted to make, you know, a friend of mine said the other day, which I was very happy about, you kind of made a happy ending for once, Joachim, but it's not cheesy. And I felt kind of off the hook there. We're trying to do something about the baby steps in a family where, you know, it's all the stuff we don't know how to talk about. That is really at the core of the drama here. I
did a special recently, and I went to Oslo, Norway, and I was struck by many things about traveling to Norway, but the public sculptures in Norway are so beautiful. There's a famous sculpture park that is both hilarious, dark and funny, angry baby statues. There's a person, Vigeland, I believe, or like there's a father who's like catching babies that are up in the air. But also walking the streets of Oslo, I see a lot of statues that, unlike in America, the statues you see here are generals or politicians who have won wars. What I saw was a lot of families. There are a lot of statues of like a mother and a daughter, and it felt like culturally, I just saw art and family reflected more walking through Oslo than I see in an American landscape.
Interesting. I never thought about it, but when you say it, it's probably true. There is this kind of, and I also think the politics are geared towards that in a good way in Norway. Norway, as any place, has its political problems, but what I think is good is that you actually get paid time off when you have babies. And you have a guarantee of a place, a kindergarten or a childcare thing, you know, from the government and stuff like that.
So it's a communistic hellscape, is what you're telling me.
Exactly. We are not allowed to speak. I've been told to say these nice things about Norway. Not at all. No, it's actually the interesting thing to think about is when you pay a lot of tax, like you do over here as well, that you get something back for it. Some health care and some child care and.
I don't know.
And you're still allowed to speak your mind in public. Isn't it interesting?
Is that right?
Yeah, don't tell anyone.
I won't tell anyone. Is property cheap there? That's what I need to know.
No, it's not.
Okay,
so that's still complicated. The politician could work on that. Yeah.
Another thing you do in this film that I think is a difficult line to walk is it's a film about the industry, but it's not. It doesn't feel like it's navel-gazing in the industry. Like it's so. I think there's a tendency with a lot of films, if you're going to make a movie about making movies, there's such a reverence for making movies. And I don't think this is dogging the profession, but I assume you had to be very careful with the ways in which you presented this so that an audience can relate to this and not just see it as the artists only caring about the things that the artists do. No,
absolutely. I'm working with a co-writer for all my 6 films that I've directed called Eskil Vogt. And when we realized...
What's his last name?
Eskil Vogt. V.
V, okay.
Pronounces as F.
V pronounces as Eskil.
Eskil. Yes.
This is
Norway. Okay, so here we are.
I'm moving tomorrow.
He's my best friend. He's my best friend. I don't want to laugh at television about his name. Poor guy. He's going to give me a hard time now. Lovely man. We're sitting there. We're making this story. And we're realizing, we're making it about a film group of people, like the father is the film director. Navel-gazing, yes. Yeah. Shameful, isn't it? Yeah. So what we then try to do is to make it about family, make it about something that we really want to talk about, which is really how trauma travels through generation. And I think the only way to start forgiving one's parents is to realize they were kids once and what did they go through. And all those things and then we thought, it's interesting because in this family, the father is making a screenplay that he's offering his oldest daughter, played by Renate Reinsve, because she's an actor, and she certainly don't want to work with him. And then they invite this American actress into it, played by Elle, but she's playing the role of the daughter. So that's the setup. But what it's really about is all that stuff about parents and children that we don't really have language for. So it was trying to get to family stuff through the setup of a film family.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, ooh, film people are so interesting. You know, of course we are.
Yeah.
But
don't tell everybody that. Exactly. It's a movie about how do you communicate with your family. It's tender. It's loving. What Marvel movie are you going to direct next?
Yeah. What's the
Is there
vulnerable
IP that's interesting to you? Is there a Lego? Maybe the Scrabble movie could be interesting for you. Have you thought of this yet?
I think so. Wolverine gone soft.
Wolverine gone soft. Well, I'll be there. I would watch it. Sentimental Value is available to rent or buy and will be returning to theaters January 25th. Joachim Trier.